Twitch. And I'm going to maybe keep it open on the other screen so that we can see if it breaks like it did last time. Lesson learned the hard way. Right, so I can see it. I've just got to remember to keep a bit of an eye on it, I think. Check it every so often. And mute it. Perfect. Marco.
Hi,
Marco. How you doing?
I'm in a rush, but well.
You've got great timing. I've just hit the live button, and
Nice.
I looked on Twitch, and I think it's streaming okay. I'll try and keep a bit of an eye on it. Unfortunately, live sharing is not working on my Visual Studio, so I'm going to have to look into that afterwards.
Okay.
But hopefully we can crack on regardless. So yeah, we're hoping to look at improving the issue import via CSV. I'm completely new to it, so the first thing I wanted to do is just kind of read up on it. Maybe I'll even steal the sample and try it on GDK to see if it works. And if it does, then we can start trying to break it. Andrew was talking about multi-line as well a minute ago, so that might be something interesting to look at. So
so I thought of picking this one just because we've got some people in the office who do want to bulk upload a bunch of issues, and at the moment there's no way of adding weights or labels or anything like that through the UI. So checking to see if the description supports quick actions would be a nice, easy win to start with.
Yes.
Because that gets a lot of functionality for free.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And then I forget what the phraseology is that they use. Like making some of those things first-class citizens, I think is what they say. Could be like a second step.
And then, for people who are new to GitLab, and importing issues from another system, having them as separate columns would be useful because obviously they're not going to understand or necessarily be aware of what quick actions are available.
Yep. Right. So is it this easy?
Now, when you upload the file, it does say it gets processed in the background. I'm not sure if we'll need that process running in the GDK.
Oh, I really hope that happens out of the box. Your issue
very nice.
Imported. Once finished, you'll get a confirmation email. I doubt that because I doubt my email is configured for GDK. That looks promising, doesn't it? My issue title, yeah. So we're expecting another title and one more title as well. So maybe I'll just be impatient and refresh. And meanwhile, perhaps we will try a multi-line. I'm not going to try quick actions yet. I'm going to try a multi-line first, I think. So I'll do a multi-line issue. That looks good. It looks like it's imported them all. I suppose I should have remembered what the descriptions were to check that they've imported okay. Suppose we could even try and be clever and start using some markdown. And I'm going to make sure I add another multi-line. Looks like so much of our testing, right? The descriptions look like they've come in, so happy days. So I wasn't sure if multi-line inside a field was, I don't know, legal is not the right term, but conforms to standards. But if Stack Overflow and Wikipedia,
format,
cool. If they're good to go with, then right. So import CSV.
The format of multi-line gets confusing when you've got like quote marks inside the bit of text you want, because then you've got to escape them.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, from what I found a minute ago when I searched, it looked like you just do double quote to escape, but we'll see. Well, it hasn't moaned, but then if it's processing it in the background, then I guess we probably wouldn't see. Okay, and it's imported too, so that's promising. Marco informs us he's not sharing his pizza with us. That looks awesome, right? That's what. Multiple lines and even markdowns come in all right. So yeah, I'd say happy. I might open up the other one to. So next thing is quick actions. So let's add an estimate. Share an estimate. Estimate 1 hour. And let's add a label.
Do you know any of the default labels?
Nope, but I wanted to check this. So while I'm in here, actually, there's one. Coachell.
Cosell?
I almost found myself working on another issue. Somebody tried to do, and somebody, I mean, someone from the GitLab team, even like a product manager, tried to do this the other day, and it didn't work. I was like, that's not great that you can only do labels. So it seems like something we recently, in the last year, added spent as well as spend. Like another alias, so it seems that all looks good. So let's try adding some labels
until we get rid of all those quick action from time tracking.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we'll get rid of them. We'll complement them, right?
Never will.
So co-cell and echo.
We'll never
the label
get rid of those
for multiple things, then. Yeah.
What was that? Sorry.
I was just saying the label command does support multiple labels.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do they have to be case sensitive though?
Not that I'm aware of.
I thought they did.
How about if I do one in the correct case and one in the wrong case, and we'll see what it does.
Live coding, live testing.
If they work with the wrong order, it's gonna be funny. Meaning that echo won't get.
Echo doesn't work and Cosell does.
Yeah.
I'm just checking if our stream is still going.
It is, yeah.
Awesome. My cheeky little.
No, you did
it. Import. Spinning its heels. I think it's getting there. Should it? You'd think on here. All right, there's not a mention of quick action, so I will be very surprised, impressed.
I would be impressed. I would be kind of disappointed if it doesn't. Oh, it does.
Yeah. And you're right, it's case sensitive. Well done.
I guess if it does work, it means it's using the same processing as any kind of like the API uses to create these issues, which is good because then you get all of that for free.
I guess so, yeah.
But it's
Awesome.
bad that it's not been documented. It should really be documented.
Well, let's do that as our first demo, shall we?
But then why were those issues open? Didn't they try?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're importing issues into GitLab, you're more than likely going to be moving from an existing product.
Yeah.
And even if you use GitLab a lot, like a lot of people don't know like what quick actions are available.
Yeah.
So the fact that it supports it, you have to kind of discover it by falling into it. Adding some information here saying inside the description, you can use all of the available GitLab actions would obviously help.
Yeah,
with that
where do you think we should put it sort of in header row columns? No, we can't really. This table's already a bit squashed, isn't it? Maybe we update an example here will be really helpful.
Yeah, I would add another issue to that example to say, yeah, with a quick action in there, and then maybe put something just above it. Like you've got that bit of text. If you have any special characters, we could add just another paragraph underneath that to say, add quick actions to the description.
Dave and label an end. We don't need that extra character turn. Sorry, Andrew, where did you suggest that it might be good to mention these quick actions?
Around line 49.
Okay, so just inside file format. Just wondering if we should maybe here mention it, where we're sort of saying that you can import title and description, that we could sort of elaborate on that to say that you can also import a whole bunch of other stuff by embedding quick actions.
Yep, that works as well.
Up front, I think is handy, and we could potentially, yeah, we'll say we'll do a simple summary up here. Just say by embedding quick actions, and then maybe we'll explain a bit down here that that each quick action needs to be on its own line, and that multi-line needs to be quoted. Awesome.
Do you have a reference for the quick action page as well?
That's a brilliant idea. I don't to hand, but if you can drop one in the chat, I will link it.
Oh, sure.
So we're going to say
the first quick action command is add contact.
Nice. Other data can be imported by embedding actions. Now I've got to try and get the relative path right, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have we got any links inside this? We haven't. So this is project issues. So we need to go up the project, and I think it's just that, right?
Yeah, it's under project.
Other data can be actions in the description. It's all right, isn't it? So if you have special characters in the field, surround the characters with double quotes. Quick actions.
I think you want a new line as well before that.
Yeah, probably would be better, wouldn't it? I was thinking it's kind of part of this sentence. I don't know. But quick action must be on separate lines. Do I need to say you'll need? I don't know. We've said already about you need to use quotes, so it must be on separate lines.
Yeah, maybe start that line 51 with something like if
when using quick actions.
When using quick actions, yeah. When using quick actions, they must appear on separate lines.
Yeah.
Each action.
That's what I was going to say, but I wasn't sure if we were, I don't know, not allowed to use action without the correct prefix. It doesn't specifically say multi-line here, does it? Special character. If you have special characters or new.
Isn't that what the /n is? It's supposed to show.
Well, it is, but that seems too technical for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, would we call them new lines or carriage returns or?
I think new lines.
Or just multiple lines or multiple lines in a field.
Can we swap the order of that /n and comma in the brackets?
Surround the characters with double quotes. Lines in a field.
Oh, I just realized you've got line 51, like up a little bit, you've got an action there that shouldn't be there.
When using quick actions, action. We were going to say each action must be on a separate line.
Now you've got double space there.
Right, so in our example, we've now got one with multiple lines with quick actions. Awesome. That's enough. I can tweak a bit more later. We want to get into the meaty stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to have a look at how the import is actually working, and it's importing all the data into a table, and then a worker is processing that data. Looks like that's what they do.
Awesome. So, document.
No, that's not what they're doing.
Okay, that's good. We'll start it as a draft. Come back to it later. Okay. So yeah, it was saying quick actions really supported. So what would be? I'm thinking, should we keep it simple for the first edition rather than doing like labels or something that's a one-to-many relationship? Should we do something that's a sort of single entity or?
Yeah. The first one I was thinking of was weight. It's a very simple, it's just a number.
So I'm happy to do weight, but my only slight reservation is weight is a enterprise feature, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I thought weight was on the free. Oh,
I'm fairly sure it is. If you don't mind checking, that would be Awesome.
I was going to say, do you want to open up that original issue as well? The improve your second tab.
Yeah.
See what they have listed there.
Yeah, I suppose in fairness, they've got those two on. Maybe something like due date. I know we'd have to pass the date. But that's definitely, it's a single field. It's definitely available and free. I'm saying that, but actually, no, I'm not 100% sure.
You're correct. Wait is a premium feature.
I mean, I'm more than happy to add it, but just think as a community session first, if we focus on one of the free things.
Dates would be a good one then. That's available for all tiers.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, Marco, forgive the fact that I haven't got live sharing working, but would you like to point us to where you think we might want to start? Or
yeah, I just had a look, and it's actually could be quite simple because on the file that I send you, there's actually a process CSV method that's reading each CSV line and creating the issuable attributes, and then creating
amazing. So we might literally be able to add another.
Yeah. If you go to line 24 of that file, there's the method.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what am I wondering? So I guess due date will have to think about potential date time conversion. And also I'm keen to know, how does this handle, because at the moment I think there's two fields in the CSV, only two fields. You always have to include those two fields. So I'm wondering what happens when we add like a third optional field. Is there somewhere else where we list the fields that are allowed, or does it really not care? Like what happens if?
Can we do something simple as due date colon row due date or nil? Because I'm assuming nil is the default.
Yeah.
For now.
We could. I think that trying to do this on... Oh, no, because row won't be nil. So, yeah, we can try that. You know what I'd like to try first, if you don't mind waiting a few seconds? I would like to open the CSV and just check. From the documentation, I'm pretty sure this is how it will work, but I want to see if we add due date now. I'm going to simplify this, I think. Issue A, issue B, desk B, desk A. What format? Because I think we're going to have to try and pass. Do we think?
I would always ISO in UTC format.
Is that like 2022-1?
Do we need a time? No, you can't set a time, can you? So,
yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to try that first before we make any changes. I just want to see if it causes any explosions, or I believe the documentation suggests it would just be dropped.
Yeah, it says they'd be ignored, but checking.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a validation headers method.
Is that in the same service or elsewhere? Or?
Yeah, on line 51.
Cool. So
the required headers should be there, but
cool.
I guess we don't.
We'll leave that then, right? Because
yeah,
awesome. So this is finished. It didn't explode, so I'm happy. So yeah, someone while I'm doing this, Do you fancy checking how we pass a date time?
Yeah. I guess that should be an issue.
What's going to happen?
Do you want to try the slow approach?
Go on.
I was going to say,
the date is.
See if it does. Then it might pass it for you.
Oh, well, just don't pass it at all.
Yeah.
Do you think I need the or nil, or?
I think we could try to add nil.
I think, like you said, so first thing I'm worried about, this isn't going to work, right, with a space in it. So do we say that actually the column needs to be due underscore date?
I think so.
Well, you could always put a string with the quotes, so you could support the space.
But I don't think that's valid Ruby, is it?
Without the column.
Oh, okay. Like that. Oh, because these are symbols, is that right? Or something, whatever that means.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. What, any preference?
Not really.
I personally would go with underscore because I think that's what the API uses.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea. Okay, cool.
By the way, passing nil should work because, that's what getting tested on the issue type. So
we'll start with loading the same file. Then I'll probably try doing a file without that column present. Then I'll probably try doing a file with some records that do have that column and some that don't. Just mix things up a bit. So it's going to be another one where it's super easy to write the code, but the tests are a nightmare. I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to test, right?
No, not this one.
There will be a lot of tests, though, like you said, because you've got to test the original CSV format without the column.
Yeah.
The new CSV file format with the column, with and without due dates.
Yeah. I feel like at least one of those is already catered for.
And all of the combination of all the columns we want to add.
I think we'll just do the one in this MR, right? And then I think that seems, and then fair enough if we want to add 2, 3, 4 on the next one or whatever. But
that would be easy then.
You know what I should be doing as well. Is it project import CSV? CSV import. What was the doc that we updated a minute ago? There it is. Need to add something in here in a minute as well. Oh yeah, I think we'll want to change the format in a bit, won't we, to bullets and stuff. We're going to introduce the merge conflict before we've even started. Oh my god!
So simple.
Wow. So the columns title and description.
I wonder how we should do labels, because those are a list.
So I would be thinking along the quick action line where you have a space to separate each one, and then you quote. So, well, I suppose you've got a space, but you've also got the tilde at the beginning of each label. There's either that, or maybe we use a new line as a separator. I'll let you think about that one.
Also, thinking about this, we could even support things like the issue status and the closed update dates, all of those fields.
Yeah, anything that's any issue attribute really, and even some of them might support some level of nesting as well. But
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think how we should change. So we know that worked. Let's just do.
I just thought of something as well. Hang on. GitLab allows you to export issues, doesn't it?
Oh, what? So we could look at the format of that.
I was going to say we should keep the same format so you can export a list of issues and then import them again with like no data loss.
Right.
Would you be so kind to try that while? If you want me to share your screen, I can share your screen as well as mine, but just be good to see what the format. I don't mind if you don't. It doesn't make it.
No, it's fine. I just need to find a repo.
I found it.
Handful of issues in.
If you go to this file, I'm gonna share it now.
Cool.
That's the base service for exporting the issues. And then there's the CSV builder from I don't know where.
So my export start is going to be emailed to me. So
cool.
See if it arrives before the end of the stream.
Yeah, no worries. Have you exported from a huge project or?
No, I found one with only 100 issues in.
I thought that I did an import, but I may not have done.
That last file that I sent has the code to actually write the CSV, and that's actually not sticking. The import and the export don't have the same syntax because title and description are have the uppercase letter at the beginning, while the import doesn't.
I was going to say I doubt they're case sensitive, but actually they probably are, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they would be because you're looking for the symbol
and also
in lowercase.
Yeah, there's also issue ID, URL, state, author, assignee.
I think I did import. I'm being impatient. I thought I'd changed the issues to issue C and D, but I changed the descriptions. I think it's importing these fine without this column being populated.
Or what happens if you just have the column?
So you go back to the next test.
That CSV and you just
absolutely. To be fair, I should have just exported the list from here. Oh yeah, but I wouldn't have received it, would I? Because my email's not set up.
Oh, they do have due date with a space, so I guess we should use that format.
Yeah, well, we should also, if you want to use the same format, we should also update title and description to allow the uppercase.
Yeah, maybe if we called some kind of lowercase, that looks like it's worked fine as well, Andrew.
Cool.
I don't know, somewhere where we process like the header row.
We could try to make that. Oh, yeah, no problem.
We're already doing it. So actually, casing shouldn't be important. Awesome. So, but yeah, we're saying a space rather than an underscore.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in that file that Marco sent. Although looking at that file, it looks like it outputs title as the literal string title and not the issue title. This.
No, I guess those are the name of the fields of the issue, because also the issue ID is outputting IID.
Yeah, but why are the rest of them using issue author username?
You're right. Also, author name is exported like.
A lot of try and break it. All right, I'm going to say the 14th month.
I can try to export the issues from our instance.
And all the Americans are like, that's a valid date.
No, I'm sure when the year comes first, we all know what format, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's another test you need to add in then.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
although that should really be handled by the issue
import
service itself.
CSV base service. Well, yeah, I don't know. You could sort of say, will it be sanitized before?
How do you export an issue?
How do you export an issue? You go to the issue list page, and at the top there's a very confusing couple of symbols. One with a basket with an up arrow, and one with a basket and a down arrow.
Does it work on the group level or only on the project?
Only on the project level, I think.
Oh, so that's why. And I went to a project without any issue. Yay. Oh no, they're all closed. Import, export. Oh, I should select all of them. Export.
My VS Code is being annoying, and I can't click the opening GitLab link because the pop-up window just disappears before I can mouse over it.
Blinding. It's not in our good books today, then. Don't tempt me to move over to RubyMine.
I was going to say, yeah, we should try giving RubyMine a go. RubyMine.
NF.
Because they support live share now, don't they? JetBrains?
I have no idea, actually.
I have exported the issues, and the title, description, issue ID, and author are there. So why do they do it that way?
Come on, GDK. I'm thinking we might have broken it.
Trying to give it a restart?
Broken. Oh, yeah. Did you try to set an invalid data?
I did indeed.
That's good.
So echo log slash. This is normally where my impatience bites me, and I get 12 imported issues instead of 2.
Oh, you can export merge requests as well.
And maybe you can import them as well. Well, they're issuables, so I guess that's not really a problem.
But you'd have to make sure you have all the actual branches available and commit.
Oh yeah,
and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Starting to get a bit of lag on my laptop again. What do I even search for? Error? Start at the bottom and work up.
Oh, this file brings back bad memories.
View, wrap.
Did you export your issues from GitLab.com?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I exported them from our instance.
Because, yeah, my issue export has not come through yet.
Oh, yeah, I exported only 12 issues.
I don't really know what to search for.
So what happened with the invalid date? Did nothing get imported? Or?
Doesn't look like it, but just doing another refresh. No, unless I've been. No, issue E, issue F. No, it looks like it's exploding. But I can't see anything in development.log. So I wonder if I know there's like a sidekick type thing.
It runs a worker to do the import, so maybe
exactly, yeah. Exactly.
I wonder if it would normally email you as well.
Maybe.
When?
If there are issues with the import, can we see?
Oh, I can't try that.
Oh, I see some retry stuff in here. Retry free. Can't see any errors in there. I can just see that does indeed look like my CSV. Aha. Some errors. Very weird, unrelated looking errors though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's... Right. I might go back to the specs for a moment. Sometimes with this, it's better or easier or whatever phrase you want to use to debug with tests than with manual tests.
Oh, I was trying to scroll on your screen.
Invalid file. I forget what I was actually looking for now. Oh, that's all of these examples. What would be invalid file? Success, pass error to be true. Invalid file extension, empty file, file without headers. Oh, here we go. With a file generated by GitLab CSV export.
It imports without errors.
Which I guess means it must have at least a title and description, right?
Yeah. Issuable. Yeah, it's testing only the title and description down below.
Yeah. So, comment to limited file. Right, so yeah, there's our fixture file. That's quite handy because that's what you guys have been trying to generate, right? Although I guess the structures maybe changed a bit since this was created, but...
Not really. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, yeah, it's missing...
Title and description are first now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to call time fairly soon. I was expecting there to be more in this service, so I don't really know. Comment to the right file. It's a bit weird that they've all been written as shared example. I'm sure I'll understand that at a later stage, but so
because you can import issues from other sources like Jira and everything else.
Right, and it uses the same.
Yeah, the same base importer.
Okay, tab delimited file with error. So this is what's confusing me. Like, I think we've got one error, but it's causing the entire file to fail.
I actually wonder if they already support the thing we are trying to do when importing from Jira.
Yeah, we could check that as well. So this is where I'd expect it to... hang on a minute. So if create issueable, it should. So I guess it depends whether it catches it, right? So what I need to do is do a... but this happens in a background worker, right?
Yeah.
So I can't...
Just for Marco, they do import from Jira, but having a very quick look, it seems like they use the API for Jira rather than a file.
Yeah, I was trying to take a look at it.
Well, let's go back to here. So
What's the first file? What was the first row that you changed for the error? Or was it the second line?
Second line.
Second one, yeah.
So that's really surprising, isn't it? I definitely tried it on several occasions, right? But it wouldn't roll back, would it? So it's actually creating the issue and they should persist. That's why I was thinking if we add in here, rather than all these shared examples, can I sort of take one? Don't really know what I need to... Oh no, subject's not even defined in here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do it that easily. I'll need to put it in here, common denominator file. So here's CSV, comma. Oh, wow. Good, at least they've done one with a quote, but we could add like multi-line. And
Oh, you also know Japanese?
apparently so. So really what I want to do is... how do I paste this? What I'm not sure of now, I've just had a sudden, oh, hang on a minute, is did it break because I've got too many files open? Did it break because I changed the heading, or did it break because of the invalid? So I might just make this valid and try importing that.
The invalid import didn't cause the processor to die as well.
Oh, you think the psychic worker might have sort of like fallen over or something? There might be a load of background jobs.
Yeah.
I will try and check.
I'm not sure if that recovers itself or not.
Oh no, that's not the right kind of jobs, is it?
Nope.
Come on.
Oh, maybe it's Webpack is compiling. Oh.
Oh.
GDK is dead. Come on. Busy 5. Import issues. Yeah, it looks like we've got a few that are kind of stuck, right?
Yeah.
Started 14 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's weird though, because you would expect them to explode, right? And I'm guessing, do you think these are like issue IDs? Or not?
Not really, because they're sequential. Oh, maybe it's the user ID.
That's
The last one,
that
the
was
issue
the
ID.
When
What's
you
that, sorry?
start an import, it creates a CSV import record in the database. That would be the ID
Gotcha,
of the
right.
CSV.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
I think GDK restart is on the cards. I'm going to give us 5 more minutes before I bail for some lunch.
We have the basis of a merge request ready there.
Absolutely, yeah. That always the way, isn't it? Like, there's a lot.
Well, at least we have the documentation update.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the basic answer already, and we should reply to that issue as well, right?
Also, all those issues that I found that are basically the same, more or less, should we mark them as related or duplicates?
100%, yeah. I guess we
Jeff,
work out whether we want... Sorry?
Do you have permission to add linked issues?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use quick actions. Add labels, weights. Type docs. Add dedicated columns to import format. Well, in due course. So that's restarted.
Not quite. Oh, yeah, it's working.
Still haven't decided if I like developing locally rather than via SSH better or not. I think I do because I don't get the lag, but everything seems a lot slower. So it's like I don't have the lag. So before when I did like save, it took a bit longer, and every now and then the VPN would disconnect, etc. But now just everything seems slow.
Well, it also depends on your machine.
Yeah, it's a brand new machine though. So what's that?
You are running it on a laptop compared to a beefy server.
Yeah, but the server, I mean, it's a low power, like low energy one, and it's it's really dated. Have a look in a minute, but like probably at least like I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 years old hardware. Come on. Like
It was good hardware.
I mean, maybe they've got a bit carried away recently, haven't they? They release like a new generation of CPU every couple of weeks, and so it is a quad-core Xeon E3 V6, whatever on earth that is. I'll Google how old that is. This is completely. I mean, this is ridiculous. I restarted GDK ages ago. I think it's time to give up. 2017, so 5 years since that CPU was. I'm guessing it's like probably old school, like DDR3. I'm now on DDR5 on the laptop, so there's a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we're back.
In due time.
Lots of slow time. Okay, so it hasn't imported those ones, so I'm going to try and break it again. So this time I've kept the space, but I've made sure they're valid dates. In fact, yeah. So
should it not import those ones now?
Should it do what's
now you've restarted? Should it import those ones that you started
you
before?
mean you think it might? Well, let me not hit that button yet. See what's in the busy queue. I'm assuming that the queue gets wiped, but then if the queue is actually in a table, then I suppose that might not be the case.
It does say there are 9 dead wood jobs now. Nope, that's 0. I can't read your screen.
Next time I should do us maybe like.
Oh, it's bigger.
Oh.
I can read that.
It didn't do anything, did it? I tried to click on you. That's better. No, it doesn't look like there's any. I didn't. That dialogue must just vanish if you. Do you think it's one of our modals that if you click outside of the modal, it?
Oh, that's another issue.
Actually, did we check those due dates that you did import were the correct dates that you entered?
I did, yeah. Yeah. And I think I'd even deliberately set dates that I knew had to be right because it was like the 13th day of the month, or I think one was the 30th day of the month. Okay, there's nothing showing yet. So it might have actually been, and that's what I would expect. Actually, I think that the adding the space to the column header is more likely to break it than an invalid date.
I think the space in the header is fine. It's the code we've got wrong somewhere.
Yeah, like it doesn't understand that, you mean?
Yeah, because CSVs can definitely have header spaces in header columns.
Yeah. 10 busy.
Yes, agreed. Oh, blimey. Background migrations. Oh, we've got a bit more. Right, so that does look like it's saying success 2. I think the error might be this empty line.
Oh.
Because it's saying success 2. I assume that means 2 lines.
Which empty line?
New line at the end of the file, even though I know that's kind of like a standard, still think it might be trying to read it.
Yeah, that message there looked good to me. It said there were 2 successes and no error lines.
That's what I thought. So please appear this time. Yay!
Yes.
Just super slow. So we think it was probably the date, but maybe I should give it one more try. Just to be 100%
So
sure.
this should import the first issue and then fail on the second.
Yeah. Now. Oh, God, it's slow. But they haven't imported the due date, I don't think. So whilst it hasn't made it explode, it hasn't picked up this. I wonder if it does something like replaces them or strips them out, or I don't know, it does something. Should be just using a standard library.
Yay! My merge request was merged.
Nice, congrats.
We can sort issues by close date now.
Nice.
So I'm going to go back to underscore.
Right, I'm reading Stack Overflow, the source of all coding knowledge.
Absolutely.
And basically, you can't do that unless you want to mess around with chomp, split, maps, capitalize, and joins.
Can't do what this?
Yeah.
Oh God. There must be a way.
Posting it in Discord.
I think I think I won't stress too much immediately.
My Google food could be really bad as well. How to create a symbol from a string that has white spaces.
Oh boy.
Oh, hang on, Lee. Oh. If you put that due date back as it was again.
Yeah.
And then you just do .toSim.
So due date .toSim like that.
Yep.
I'm going to change this back to valid data again. What are we on to? G and H, good. Got no busy jobs, good. G and H, both valid dates, space, not an underscore, and space, not an underscore. Awesome. I guess this is where I was going to say, should we try and be clever when we're like allowing them to pass lots of fields and do some kind of array of supported like permission parameters or whatever you want to call it?
I also think we should provide a downloadable CSV to show
Like template.
Yeah, that's all.
Good idea. Yeah.
But I think that definitely a follow-up.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason why we can't do it earlier as well. Like slowly add to it, get it in place. Success looks promising. Come on, G&H, but with no due dates again.
All right, it's been 15 minutes since you said 5 more minutes.
Yes, absolutely. I'm definitely hungry and this, that, and the other. So thank you very much, guys. I will continue to work on the MR and share a link, and we're all good. Speak to you soon.
Okay.
Will do. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.